Hey guys, and welcome to a bonus clip of the MindzCollide podcast. So, this one isn't going to be a clip from a full episode or anything. This is just its own thing because, you want to explain why we've done this? Why we've done some bonus clips right now?
Oh yeah, because it's holiday season and we want to give back to our peoples.
Exactly. So here we are with, we've got a bonus clip today and we've got a few of them dropping tomorrow, and these will just be their own thing, not from a full episode, but we did want to get some extra stuff out there for you guys, because it's around Christmas, it's around the holiday season.
Exactly. And actually what happens on December 25th, like a specific album is dropping?
Whole Lotta Red by Playboi Carti. And
Whole Lotta Red. The Whole Lotta Red hype, man. Bro, let's talk about that for a second.
Absolutely, man. So I want to ask you first, like, what is your, expectations, or how do you think this album is going to be received?
See, actually, bro, I think this album has to be, I don't even want to say, different. Because Carti has a pocket. Like, people know him for being, the the minimalist type of rapper. Does that make any sense? Right?
Yeah,
so I don't even know how much he can do on this album. That's what I'm saying. How much different can Carti be when he's not being Carti? Does that make any sense? That's kind of my quote unquote worry about the album. I don't know, is it gonna be another Die-Lit? Right? If it's just another Die-Lit, it's it's not. Is that what we're waiting for? That's kind of my worry, I guess. What do you think?
So you think it's sort of there's only so much he can do with his style. So he is unique, but there's only so many different places he can take that sound. Is that what you're sort of getting at?
Exactly. I mean, I'd say he's kind of diverse on the vocal aspect. He's very talented in that aspect for sure, right? So I think if there's gonna be anything kind of groundbreaking about Whole Lotta Red, I think it's gonna be what he does with his voice, because the baby voice is I mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I actually like it.
I hate the baby voice.
I think he's kind of been overdoing it though, with some of the snippets we've heard. But I don't know. Any thoughts you got on that?
Well, I hope, for me personally, I hope there's not a lot of baby voice on there, because to me it just annoys me, man. It's definitely something sort of unique to Carti. I mean, I guess more people are sort of following in his footsteps and doing the baby voice a bit more recently, but I just can't stand it, man. So I definitely hope he takes it to some different areas vocally. I swear there was a snippet that came out where he was shouting in it.
Yeah, are you talking about the one on Instagram Live, right?
Yeah, that one.
Bro, that sounds fire. Bro, I'm gonna go straight to that song. I'm trying to hear that.
Really? Yeah, I can't 100% remember how that exactly sounded, but
he was aggressive, wasn't he? He was angry, bro.
It's interesting to hear him do something that's in a different style, and I think I should make it clear that I am not a Playboi Carti fan in the slightest.
Yep. Same here.
I had Die-Lit on my worst albums of 2018 list, and that's honestly something I still stand by.
Bro, I've personally never been able to get into his music. I can't personally, I've never really been able to vibe with Carti like that. That's just me. I've never been able to vibe with him. His music has kind of been, I don't get the hype. That's the thing. But see, the thing is, I really do want to get into him, and that's why when this album drops, I'm gonna be open-minded, man. I'm not. I think a lot of people kind of, once they've made up their mind on an artist, right? I feel we're kind of very open-minded when it comes to that regard.
For sure, and that's the interesting thing as well. Like we just said, me and you were not really the biggest Carti fans at all, but we're still, I'm definitely still interested in this album. We're both still very intrigued by it and excited to hear it and see what it's going to be like. What's interesting for me is one of the biggest factors that sort of played into me being excited for this album is, A, just the general hype around it that kind of feeds into itself, right? You kind of get sucked into it.
Yeah.
But B is also just seeing the album cover drop.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about that to me that just has a very interesting aesthetic and vibe to it that I'm kind of curious to see what kind of sound he's going to go with for this album, because he's got this whole kind of vampire thing going on right now.
Yep. And I saw some of the merch. Some of the merch was demonic. What is that about?
That's what I was gonna mention as well. Like that merch, I would never wear it personally. That's some scary,
Oh no,
demonic stuff
bro,
right there.
bro, imagine wearing that in public. Like nah,
Yeah,
nah, no.
never happening. Never
I mean,
happening.
you can just
But
wear that like in your room. Like you can't be going out in public with that. Like you know what I'm saying?
absolutely not. But from a sort of like, it's weird. I would never wear the merch, but it has me interested because I'm like, what is the album gonna sound like if that is the merch for it and that's the cover? Like, it seems like it has a very interesting theme to it so far, and I don't know if that's something that's going to translate over to the music a lot, but I hope it does because that's really got me interested to hear some weird, like, dark music on here. And based off of the fact that that Kid Cudi song is going to be on it, or Pissy Pamper, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
that really doesn't seem like it goes with that aesthetic, but maybe there will be other tracks that do. I don't know.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, that song is kind of like, that's not a demonic ass record. Like,
Bright, that sounds kind of like bright.
a lot of
and
contrast.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see, is this just going to be a crazy mix of stuff? Like, where is he going to go with it?
Apart from the music, I'm actually more interested in how his fans are gonna take it, because man, it's been a long ass time since he dropped a project. If you think about it, man, if he dropped it in 2021, I think Dial It dropped in 2020, actually 2017, right? April? Was
I
it?
think 2018, I believe.
2018? Was it 2018?
Yeah. That was the year it was on my worst albums list.
Okay, yeah. Why did I say was it? Maybe, I don't know. I thought it was 2017.
2017 was his self-titled.
Actually,
project.
I think you're right. Actually, 2018.
But yeah, so it's been like 2 full years since then.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The hype around it is just like monumental.
Crazy, man. Like, how is his fans, like, they're expecting something.
Yeah, when you're talking about like how his fans are going to take it, is it even possible for him to live up to those expectations?
I mean, see, the thing is too, you got to keep in mind that fans, a lot of fans at least, it's like, as long as you give them kind of like the product they signed up for, people are going to like it. Does that make any sense?
But is he going to do that with Whole Lotta Red? That's the question.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I mean, imagine if the whole album sounds kind of like, that Kid Cudi record.
Right.
Then it's a W. Like, people are going to love it because it's Carti.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously I can't be 100% sure because we haven't even really like heard the music from it necessarily, but I feel like Carti fans are going to be on his ass after it drops, because even just from like when the cover alone was revealed, just the cover, nothing else, everyone was already on his ass for that. They were like, oh, this looks awful, the cover should have been this fan made one or this fan made one. And personally, I think the actual cover looks better than any of the fan made ones, but Carti fans got on his ass for that. So if they're doing that with just the cover, imagine what it's going to be like if the music is not what they're expecting.
But see, the thing is, I think the music always trumps everything, right? So they can say what they want about the cover, but I'm saying if the music is good, like, we're all going to forget about that. Like, that doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right? So I think when the music actually drops, that's like the real reaction. Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I agree with that, but I'm more using like the cover to say sort of like that's what their reaction is when they get what they're not expecting. So like, just imagine if that happens with the music.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Carti fans are going to be all over him, especially with how long they've waited for. I mean, 2 years isn't super long, but I guess in this era with music dropping so frequently, it kind of is.
Very true. Yep. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it sounds. I'm excited, man. I want to see what it sounds like, and I actually hope it's good.
I think the fact that we're not Carti fans and we're excited says a lot about the hype for this project. So we're going to go into it with open minds and see what happens, man.
Yep. We'll see what happens, man. Keep an open mind, and hey, we'll take the music and see what it sounds like.